Hello and namaste everyone. Welcome to my channel Computer and Code.
In this video, we will be seeing what is array in Java. And also we will be seeing what is one-dimensional array. So only we will be covering one-dimensional array in this video. So there are two types of array. One is one-dimensional, the other is multiple dimensional. Multiple dimensional, when we say, it can be two-dimensional, three-dimensional, four-dimensional, etc. So if there are more than one dimension, it is multiple dimension. So that we will be covering in some other video, but in this video, only one-dimensional array is covered. So before that, let's see what is array. So suppose if I declare a variable 90. Now if you want to store one more value in this variable, like in A, if you want one more value, you will be getting error. So you cannot store multiple values in a single variable. Here we are getting error that identifier is required. Syntax error on token 100. So we require a identifier for this 100. If I write here b equal to, then the error will be gone. So we cannot store multiple values in a variable. When we are using variable, we cannot have multiple values in it. It can hold only a single value. But if you write beside the variable this subscript, that is square brackets, if you are writing and enclosing these values in the curly bracket, then it will allow you to store multiple values, that is set of values inside this single name A, which is nothing but an array. So array here is sequential collection of data elements. It is sequential collection of data elements of same type. So we can store multiple data elements with same name and with same type, and these data elements will be stored sequentially one after the other. So we can define array as sequential collection of data elements of same data type. All the data elements in array must be of same data type. So here we are using integer as the data type. So both the elements which we have assigned to a array are of type integer. So not just 2, but more than 2, any number we can assign to the array. So here I am taking like 5 data elements. And let's change the name of array as marks. So now here marks is name of array. In this, because we are directly giving the values, dynamically it will decide the size at runtime. But if you are declaring and then assigning the values, then here you can give the size of array, that is number of elements of array. But because directly I am assigning values, it will take at runtime the size of array based on the number of values. So these are the data elements present in the array marks. Now to print it, we will require the index of array. Index of array will always start with 0. The first element that is at first position, which is 90, its index will be 0. And the second element's index will be 1. Then we have 2, then 3, then 4. So there are 5 elements you can see. That means size of array is 5. But index, as it starts from 0, the last index of the array will be 4. That is size minus 1. The array size minus 1 will be the last element index, because the array index starts with 0. So now let's print a single element. So I want to print 89, which is the third element. So for that, system.out.println and marks of 0, 1, 2. So 2 will be the index of third element. So if I print marks of 2, then I will be getting 89 displayed. Similarly, if I display marks of 4, then I will be getting 56 displayed, that is the last element, as there are only 5 elements. And in case if I give 5, I will be getting error array out of bounds. So array index out of bounds, error we will be getting. So only whatever are the indexes for the elements, only those we can use for displaying. Now if you want to display all the elements, then there are 5 elements. So we may be using 5 times this system.out.println. So 0, then 1, then 2, 3 and 4. So when I run, I will be getting all the 5 elements displayed. So you can observe here everything is same in all the 5 statements except the index. So in the place of index, I can use a variable I and I can loop with this variable I. I can create a loop using for loop. So I am using here int I starting with 0 index and every time checking if it is less than 5 and ending when it is less than 5, and every time for every cycle I will be incrementing it. So here we are using for loop and I will be for the first cycle 0, then next cycle 1, then 3, 2, 3 and 4. When it is equal to 5, it will stop. So now if I run, I get all the 5 elements displayed using the for loop. First time index is 0, 0 index element is printed. Next time it is incremented by 1 and checked the condition, and then it checks the condition and then it prints the second element. Same with third, then fourth, then fifth. So all the 5 elements are printed using for loop. If you want to use for each loop, then you can just write for each I in the array marks. For each I in marks, we will not be printing marks of I, we will be printing just I. So in the I, this is for each loop, which is advanced for loop. So we will be every element of marks array will be considered as I and I will be printed. At a time it will be printing all the elements. So for each I in marks, I is printed. So that was about for each loop. So here we have directly assigned values. We can separately also assign the values of array. Like we can declare array with 5 as size of array, and using the indexes like at 0 index some element like 90. Similarly, you can use, so here while you declare the size, you need to give like this. In Java, you will be using like this to give the size of array. And you can mention here the size. So data type, the subscript, the array name equal to new, and the data type and the mention the size here. So 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'm changing the values 60, 70, 98, 97. So now if I execute, I get all the 5 elements of array displayed using for each loop. So this is how we can use one-dimensional array in Java. One-dimensional because here we are mentioning only one-dimensional. So there can be only one-dimensional, that is size of array. When there are 2 dimensions, it will be giving you the row size and column size, and in rows and columns like a table, the array will be storing the data. But here it is storing the sequential data of one dimension. So the size of array we can mention here, as we have mentioned here in our case, as 5 for marks array size. So that was about one dimensional array, and for 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional and more, we will be covering those topics in other videos. So please subscribe channel and stay updated.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe or follow for more updates.